Many people think happiness comes from big events, winning something, buying something, or reaching a goal. But if we only wait for those moments, we will miss so much of life. Real joy does not always come with noise or celebration. Often, it comes quietly, softly, like a breeze touching your face on a warm day. Look around you. There is beauty in the everyday things we often ignore. A small flower growing by the side of the road, the sound of birds early in the morning, the way the sunlight falls on your table while you eat breakfast. These moments do not shout for your attention, but they are there, offering peace if you notice them. We have learned to chase more money, more success, more excitement. But in this race, we lose the ability to enjoy the small, gentle things. We walk quickly, we scroll fast, we speak in a hurry. But the joy of life is not always in the new or the loud. It is in the familiar, the things we see every day, but don't always see with our heart. Try this. Tomorrow, when you wake up, just sit for a moment. Look out the window. Listen to the sounds around you. Don't try to change anything. Just watch. You may notice the color of the sky. You may hear the wind moving through the trees. You may feel your breath. These are not special effects. These are not expensive. But they are real. And they are enough. Some people ask, isn't this boring? But no. Boredom comes when we stop seeing, when we believe we already know everything, when we treat life like a list of tasks. But if we stay open, even an old street or a cup of water can bring deep joy. So today I invite you to see again. Not with the eyes of someone chasing more, but with the eyes of someone who knows. The ordinary is not ordinary. It is full of quiet beauty. And when we see that, we begin to feel something inside us gently smiling. There is something simple and powerful about a cup of tea. It does not fix your problems. It does not make the world different. But when you hold it in your hands, when you feel its warmth, when you take a slow sip, you may find a quiet moment of peace. In our modern life, everything moves fast. People speak fast, drive fast, eat fast. Even when we rest, our mind keeps running. But when you sit with a cup of tea, alone, without a screen or a plan, time can feel different. It slows down, just enough for you to catch your breath. This is not about the tea itself. It can be any warm drink or even a glass of water. The point is the moment, the stillness, the choice to pause, even for a few minutes, and simply be. You do not need to think deeply. You do not need to fix anything. You only need to be there, with yourself, and that simple drink in your hand. Some of the old monks say, drink tea and know that you are alive. It sounds small, maybe too simple. But how often do we truly feel alive during our day? Not busy, not distracted, not stressed, just alive. The heat of the cup, the taste of the drink, the sound of the quiet around you. These things can gently bring you back to the present. You do not need a special place. You do not need a perfect mood. Even in a noisy house, or during a busy day, a few calm minutes with your drink can give you a little space inside your heart. Many people search for peace in far places, but peace is not always far. Sometimes it is right there on your table, waiting for you to sit down and pay attention. One breath, one sip, one moment, that can be enough. So next time you pour yourself a drink, treat it as something special. Not because it is expensive or rare, but because you are choosing to stop, to feel, and to care. In that moment, you may find a gentle kind of joy that stays with you, even after the cup is empty. Many people wait for the sunny days to feel happy. They say, when the weather is nice, I will feel better. Or, when things get easier, I can smile. But life does not always give us sunshine. Sometimes it gives us rain. And that is not a mistake. Rain is not a problem to solve. It is a part of life. Yet we often try to avoid it, not just the weather, but the quiet, heavy days. The days when things feel slow, when we feel tired or uncertain. But maybe instead of running from those days, we can sit with them, watch them, let them speak. There is a soft beauty in the rain, the way it touches the leaves, the way it sounds on the roof. It doesn't ask for attention. It doesn't try to be anything else. It just falls, gently, naturally. And in that, there is a lesson. You don't always have to shine. You don't always have to smile. You can just be. Sometimes we think joy only comes when everything is perfect. But joy can come in the middle of a cloudy day. You may be sitting by the window, with nothing special to do, and suddenly you feel calm. You feel present. The rain falls, and you feel connected to something greater than yourself. We don't need to chase the sun. We don't need to wait for a better mood, a better job, a better time. We can learn to rest in what is here, now. Even the sad moments, the slow moments, have their place. They help us see life more deeply. They help us grow softer, more real. If you can learn to sit with the rain, both outside and inside, you will begin to see that peace is not about controlling life. It is about opening to it, letting it pass through you like water, not fighting it, not needing it to change. So next time it rains, don't wish it away. Watch it. Listen. Let it be what it is. You may find a quiet kind of joy, not because everything is bright, but because you are no longer waiting for something else. You are here, and here is enough. In today's world, silence often makes people uncomfortable. Many feel the need to fill every quiet space with music, with voices, with notifications. We live surrounded by sound, and when it stops, we don't always know what to do. But silence is not empty. It is full of meaning, if you are willing to listen. When everything is quiet, something special can happen. You begin to notice things you usually miss: the rhythm of your breath, the soft creaks of your home, the distance between one sound and the next. These are not loud, but they are real. And they remind you that life continues, even when nothing is being said. Many people fear silence because they believe it means something is wrong. But silence is not a problem. It is not a sign of loneliness or failure. In fact, it can be a kind friend, a kind teacher. It gives space for your thoughts to rise and settle. It gives your heart room to rest. Imagine you are sitting by a still lake. There are no boats, no voices, only the soft sound of water touching the shore. In that moment, you don't need to say anything. You don't need to understand everything. You just sit. And that sitting is enough. Silence can also help us see others more clearly. When we are not always speaking, we can truly hear. Not just words, but feelings. Presence. In silence, you can sit next to someone without needing to fix them or entertain them. Your being there is enough. Their being there is enough. That is a deep kind of connection. Some people think silence is a waste of time. But actually, silence can give you time back. It can give you a moment to return to yourself. A moment when you are not chasing, not comparing, not judging, just being. And in that being, there is peace. So don't be afraid of quiet. Don't rush to fill every silent space. Instead, try sitting with it. Let it open a small door inside you, one that leads to calm. The world will speak loudly again soon. But for now, just let things be still. You may find that silence is not the absence of something. It is the presence of everything. Sometimes, joy comes when we least expect it. Not from a plan, not from something we worked hard for, but from a small, simple moment we didn't see coming. One of these is the smile of a stranger. You are walking down the street. Your mind is full of thoughts. You may feel tired or heavy. Then, someone you don't know looks at you and smiles. Just a small smile. Nothing more. But something inside you shifts. The day feels a little brighter. You feel a little lighter. Why is this so powerful? It's because it reminds us we are not alone. Even if we don't speak the same language, even if we never meet again, that smile says, I see you. And being seen, even for a second, touches something deep inside us. We often think only big gestures matter, but sometimes the smallest kindness is the most honest. A smile that expects nothing in return. A brief moment of connection in a world that often feels too busy, too cold, too separate. You never know how much someone might need that smile. Maybe their day is hard. Maybe they feel invisible. Maybe they haven't heard a kind word in weeks. Your one small gesture could be the gentle moment that helps them keep going. And when you smile at someone, you also feel that joy return to you. That's the quiet magic of it. Some people say, but I'm shy. Or, I don't know if it's okay to smile at strangers. That's understandable. There are times and places where it may not feel right. But even a soft look of kindness, even a peaceful face, can offer something beautiful. You don't have to say anything. You just have to carry a little warmth in your heart. We are all walking through life together, even if our paths only cross once. And in that brief meeting, there is a chance to give a small light. No need for words, no need for stories, just presence, just care, shared in a single glance. So next time you see someone passing by, and the moment feels right, offer a smile. You may never know how much it means, but the joy in that simple act, both for them and for you, is real. And sometimes that's all we need. We often walk to get somewhere, to work, to the store, to catch a train. Our steps have a goal, and our mind is already thinking about the next thing. But what happens when we walk with no destination? Just walk for the sake of walking. There is something peaceful about walking without a plan. Your feet move, but your heart is not chasing anything. You are not rushing. You are not trying to arrive. You are simply moving, gently, through the world. When you walk this way, you begin to notice more. The color of the trees, the way the light changes as you turn a corner, the faces of people, the sound of your steps. These are small things, but they remind you that life is not just about goals. It's about this moment, right now, while you are still on the path. Many people think they must always be productive. Every action must have a purpose. But walking without a goal is not wasting time. It is a way to return to yourself, to feel your body, to let your thoughts soften, to just be a person moving gently through space, alive. You don't need a perfect park or a quiet forest. Even a short walk around your neighborhood can offer this kind of peace. You can let your phone stay in your pocket. Let your thoughts settle. Let your eyes meet the world around you, without judgment, without plans. When your life feels too full, or your mind feels too loud, just go outside. Don't worry about where to go. Just start walking, one step at a time. You don't need to talk. You don't need to solve anything. Just feel your steps. Feel the ground under you. Feel the air on your skin. This kind of walk is not about escape. It is about returning to this moment, to the simple fact that you are here, and that here is enough. So take a walk, not to get somewhere, but to meet your life again, to see what is already around you, to feel joy not from reaching the end but from each quiet step along the way. There is a special kind of light that comes early in the day. It is soft, not too bright. It moves slowly across the room, touching the walls, the table, your hands. This morning light brings more than just brightness. It brings a quiet feeling of beginning. Many people wake up and rush into the day. Their first thoughts are about what they must do, what they didn't finish, what might go wrong. But if you pause, just for a short while, and notice the morning light, something changes. You feel a little more gentle, a little more open. You remember that each day is new. The warmth of morning light is not loud. It doesn't force anything. It just arrives, patiently, offering itself to everything it touches. That is a kind of kindness we can learn from. The light doesn't ask who is rich or poor, busy or free. It simply shines, quietly, for everyone. You don't need to go to the mountains or be on vacation to see this. Just open your curtain, sit by your window. Even if you have only 5 minutes, that's enough. Let the light touch your face. Let it remind you, this moment is fresh. Whatever happened yesterday, this is today. Some mornings may be cloudy, some may be cold, but the feeling of a new start is always there, even if the light is hidden. The day has not yet been used. It holds small chances for joy, for peace, for soft smiles, and that thought alone can bring you strength. If you sit quietly in the morning, without noise or tasks, you may begin to notice more than just the light. You may hear the soft sounds of a new day beginning, a bird outside, a door opening, a kettle boiling. These are small things, but they tell you, life is moving forward, and you are part of it. So tomorrow, when you wake up, try not to jump into the rush. Sit for a moment. Look at the light. Let it fill your eyes. Let it warm your heart. The day will bring many things, but in that first gentle light, you may already find a reason to smile. We live in a world full of sound. Cars, voices, music, machines. Something is always making noise. And yet, if we listen closely, we can find something deeper. The stillness between the sounds. This stillness is not silence exactly. It is the soft space where no sound is needed. It is the quiet pause between footsteps, the breath between words, the moment before a bell rings, or just after it fades. These small spaces often go unnoticed, but they hold something special, something peaceful. When we listen only to the loudest parts of life, we miss the gentle details. We hear the music, but not the space between the notes. We hear the voice, but not the breath that carries it. And in doing so, we miss a part of what makes life beautiful. Try to notice this stillness. When someone speaks, pay attention to the quiet moment before they begin. When a bird sings, listen for the pause before the next call. When the wind moves, feel the moment it stops. These small spaces are not empty. They are full of presence. Some people think peace comes when everything is quiet, but real peace can be found even in a noisy world, if we know where to look. We can find it in the spaces between, not by pushing away sound, but by opening to the full experience of hearing, including the quiet parts. There is a saying, the space between the notes is what makes the music. Life is the same. If we fill every moment, we lose the chance to feel its rhythm. We need pauses. We need quiet steps. We need a little space to breathe, to feel, to simply be. So next time you hear something, a song, a conversation, even your own thoughts, listen for what is not being said. Feel the stillness that holds everything together. It is soft. It is easy to miss. But it is there, like a gentle hand holding your heart. You don't need to go somewhere special to find it. You just need to listen, not only with your ears, but with your whole being. And when you find that stillness, even for a moment, you may feel that joy doesn't always come from more, but from just enough. We often think life must be complicated to be meaningful. We fill our days with plans, goals, and endless choices. We believe that more is better, more experience, more knowledge, more success. But what if true joy comes not from adding more, but from needing less? Simplicity is not about having nothing. It is about letting go of what is not needed. It is about choosing what really matters and allowing the rest to fall away. A quiet meal, a good pair of shoes, a clean room. These things may seem small, but they create space for peace, for clarity, for a gentle kind of joy. When life is too full, it becomes harder to feel. Our hearts get heavy, our minds get loud. But when we make space, when we stop chasing so much, we can breathe again. We can enjoy one thing at a time. A single bowl of rice, a walk at dusk, a short conversation with someone we care about. Nothing big, but quietly complete. Some people worry that if life is too simple, it will become boring. But boredom often comes not from too little, but from too much. Too much noise. Too many choices. Too many distractions. Simplicity gives us the chance to really see what is in front of us and to feel it fully. You don't have to change your whole life overnight. You can start small. Drink your tea slowly. Put away your phone while you eat. Spend a few minutes each day doing nothing special. Let things be as they are. Not every moment needs to be improved. Not every feeling needs to be fixed. A simple life is not a life without problems, but it is a life with more space for joy. Less worry about what you don't have. More gratitude for what you do. And that kind of joy is not loud. It's quiet. Like a soft light in the evening, it fills the room without needing to be noticed. So ask yourself gently, what can I let go of today? What can I make simpler? The answers may surprise you. And in that simplicity, you may find a happiness that lasts longer than any excitement. A joy that stays even when the day is quiet. We often look to big events for life's lessons, important meetings, major changes, powerful emotions. But the small things around us are also great teachers. They may not speak loudly, but their message is deep and lasting. Think of a single leaf falling from a tree. It does not resist. It does not complain. It simply lets go, turning gently in the air. From this we can learn how to accept change. Life is always moving. Nothing stays the same forever. The leaf reminds us that letting go can be graceful, or take the sound of water dripping slowly from a faucet, one drop at a time. Quiet, steady. It teaches us about patience. Not everything happens quickly. Some things take time. And even when progress is slow, it still matters. Look at a candle burning in a dark room. Its flame is small, but it gives light. It teaches us that even a little kindness can make a difference. You don't have to do something huge to bring warmth to someone's heart. A kind word, a gentle tone, a moment of attention. These are enough. We often ignore these small things. They don't ask for attention. They don't try to impress us. But that's part of their teaching. Not everything valuable has to be loud or big. In fact, the most important truths are often quiet. They wait for us to notice them. The small things also remind us to slow down, to stop chasing and start seeing. When we pay attention to the little details, the sound of footsteps, the shape of clouds, the smell of bread in the morning, we return to the present. We remember that life is not just about getting somewhere. It's about being here. You don't need a special teacher to learn these lessons. The world is full of them. A stone on the path, a cat sleeping in the sun, a child laughing at nothing. Each one offers a message, Be simple, be open, be present. So today, try to notice one small thing. Let it speak to you, not with words, but with presence. Let it remind you that life's deepest wisdom is already around you, quiet, humble, and always waiting to be seen. Joy does not always arrive with a big moment. It often lives in the quiet, in the small, in the unnoticed. We spend so much time reaching for something better, something more, that we forget. What we seek may already be here. The cup in your hand, the wind through the window, a soft light on your wall. These things ask nothing from you, but they offer everything. They invite you to pause, to breathe, to see again. Lasting joy is not about holding on to every happy feeling. It is about trusting that joy can return, even after sorrow, even after tired days. It is not always loud or bright. Sometimes it is simply the feeling of being okay with the way things are. There is beauty in accepting life gently, in not fighting the moment, in letting yourself feel without needing to explain. When you stop asking every moment to be perfect, you begin to see how perfect the small things already are. Each day brings its own rhythm. Some will be quiet, some will be full. But through it all, you carry the choice to see clearly, to open your heart, and to find peace in places others may pass by. If anything in these words has brought you calm, or made you feel even a little more connected to yourself or to this world, I am deeply thankful. It is a gift to be able to share this space with you, even across distance and time. To those who have taken a moment to show support, by liking this video, subscribing to the channel, leaving kind comments, or offering a super thanks, please know your presence is seen and appreciated with sincerity. Your warmth helps keep this space gentle and welcoming for all who arrive here. May the small joys of your life continue to find you. May they rest quietly by your side, even when the world feels loud. And may you always remember, you don't need to chase joy. You only need to notice it, waiting softly in the smallest places. Thank you for spending this time with me.